In the world of materials science, there is a substance that defies the laws of conventional engineering. It is a protein fiber so sophisticated that, pound for pound, it is 5 times stronger than high-grade alloy steel. To put this into a modern perspective, engineers have calculated that a strand of this silk only as thick as a standard pencil could intercept a fully loaded Boeing 747 in mid-flight and bring it to a halt. It is a masterpiece of structural integrity. So, here is the paradox. Why does the most advanced material in nature result in what is described as the frailest home in existence? For centuries, we assumed this was just a simple observation of a flimsy web. But modern biology has revealed a deeper reality. Before we unlock the evidence, hit subscribe, because this episode might just change the way you see science. Today, we delve into the biological anomaly of the weakest house. This is the Arachnid Paradox. Welcome to the Proof Vault. When we look at a complex bridge or a skyscraper, we naturally ask, who built this? In our human world, large-scale construction was historically a male-dominated field. For centuries, this human bias leaked into our study of nature. Early naturalists looked at the geometric precision of a spider web and assumed it was the work of the stronger male spider. But modern entomology has flipped that blueprint. We now know that in the world of orb-weaving spiders, the male is often a wanderer, smaller and entirely lacking the biological tools for high-level construction. The master architect? It is almost exclusively the female. Think of it like a high-tech, smart home. The female spider is the builder, the 3D printer, and the security system all in one. She possesses specific organs called spinnerets that the male lacks. This isn't just a fun fact, it's a biological requirement. To build a structure that can absorb the energy of a flying insect, you need a specific set of proteins and a cognitive map for geometry. Modern science confirms the house of the spider is a female-led project. But why does this matter for the proof vault? Because for over 1,400 years, before microscopes or gender-specific biological studies existed, identifying the gender of a bug's labor was considered impossible. Yet, the data in our archive didn't just guess, it specified. When we think of a home, we think of safety. Whether it's a human apartment, a beehive, or a bird's nest, the biological purpose of a house is to protect the family from the outside world. But in the world of the spider, the home is actually a site of absolute domestic horror. Imagine moving into a house where your roommate's first instinct is to eat you. In modern zoology, this is known as sexual cannibalism. For many species, like the black widow or the orb weaver, the house isn't a nursery, it's a trap. The female often attacks and consumes the male. It gets darker. In several species, we observe a behavior called Matriphagy. The offspring don't just leave the nest, they stay and consume their own mother alive. In terms of social engineering, this is a failed state. Unlike ants or bees, who work together to protect their queen and their home, the spider lives in total predatory isolation. This is the core of the paradox. While the silk is a masterpiece of physics, the house is a sociological disaster. It offers no protection from weather, no safety from predators, and most importantly, no bond between its inhabitants. In the world of biology, a house that provides zero security to its own family is defined as the most fragile social structure in nature. It is a house built on high-tension wires, but held together by zero loyalty. Now, we look at the data. 1,400 years ago, a text emerged from the Arabian desert, a place not exactly known for its advanced arachnology or high-powered microscopes. Chapter 29, verse 41 states, The likeness of those who take protectors other than God is as the likeness of the spider who builds a house. Look at the grammar. In Arabic, verbs are gendered. The word used here is ittakadat, the specific feminine form of the verb to build, at a time when everyone assumed the stronger male did the work. This text correctly identified the female as the architect. But the real shock is the conclusion. The verse says, "And truly the frailest of houses is the spider's house, if they but knew." Skeptics used to laugh at this. They'd say, "A child can see a web is flimsy, that's not a miracle." But they were looking at the silk. Modern science has shown us that the silk is actually a miracle of strength. The frailty mentioned isn't in the material, it's in the bait, the Arabic word for home or household. The text bypassed the physical strength that everyone could see and pinpointed the internal social frailty that we only recently confirmed through deep biological study. It describes a home with no protection and no mercy. Let's look at this through the lens of pure probability. To get this right 1,400 years ago, you would have to accurately guess two things that were completely counterintuitive to the human experience at the time. First, the gender. In a world where men were the primary builders, you had to specify that the spider architect was female, a fact verified only after we developed high-resolution entomology. Second, the weakness. You had to bypass the physical strength of the silk, the world's toughest material, and correctly identify that the frailty was in the household and its social structure. Think about the people you know today who still think a web is just a flimsy string. Even with all our modern education, we are just now catching up to the nuance of this description. So, we have to ask the ultimate question. How could a text written over 1,400 years ago, in the middle of a desert, long before the invention of the microscope or the birth of modern zoology, know the exact biological and social secrets that science has only recently uncovered? Was it a lucky guess, or are we looking at an archive of knowledge that originates from outside the human timeline? This is the proof vault, where science and history meet knowledge. If this deep dive opened a new door for you, make sure to hit that subscribe, because the next episode might just change the way you see history.